everybody, 44 Collector here. Welcome back to episode 5. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Um, Today I kind of just wanted to touch up a little bit on trying to stay focused in your collection. I know it's something that I have a really hard time doing. And I as much as I try, trust me, it never works out. A little bit of background. Back when I started collecting, I probably started collecting, I'd say about maybe 15 years ago, probably. But I would say seriously, probably within the past 8 years. And one of the reasons why I started collecting baseball cards was because of Hank Aaron. I'm a huge Hank Aaron fan. I try to study up on him as much as possible, and I love collecting his cards. I mean, he's probably the main focus of my collection. And gosh, I don't know how many times, and I'm sure we all go through this. There's times where I say that I'm going to try to collect a certain way for the year, and it never happens that way, guys. You know how that works. I mean, I see something that I want, and it's like squirrel. I got to have that card if I can afford to buy it at the time. But man, I'm sure many of us go through this. You know what I mean? It's the focus is just all over the place. When it comes to these cards. And when I first started collecting, I was kind of collecting whatever I can get my hands on of the certain Hall of Famers that I was chasing. But I have noticed, and I feel like a lot of people are kind of leaning this way. I'm leaning more towards the cards that are non-mainstream, cards that are more scarce, rare in my collection. That's kind of the direction that I've been heading in. I'd say probably the past 2 to 3 years is where my focus has been, and I'm enjoying it. I mean, I think it's a lot of fun being able to come across different stuff that you don't see all the time. And I try to stick more with like your post-war vintage. As much as I would like to get into the pre-war, I just can't afford that. It just doesn't fit my budget. But there's still a lot of really great guys to chase after on that post-war vintage. And I'm a big fan and a big collector of like your great hitters, your 500 home run club guys, your 3,000 hit club guys. I mean, those are the guys that I like to watch. I find myself every time I go to a ball game, that's what I'm drawn to. You know what I mean? Is my focus is on the hitters all the time. And so that's the direction that I went in my collection. And like I said, I'm a huge Hank Aaron fan. He's the main reason why I started collecting cards. And that's just kind of where my direction is. And every time I tell myself I want to stick with just him, I always end up buying other cards, which is fine. I don't mind that. I mean, there's still a lot of other really nice cards out there that I would like to collect. And but what I wanted to go over with you guys today is just a few of my pickups. I purchased probably, I'm gonna want to say about maybe 7 or 8 cards last year that are non-mainstream cards of Hank Aaron. And there's 3 of them that I wanted to go over with you guys today. And again, thank you guys for allowing me to share my cards with you guys. And there'll be some other ones, upcoming videos that I'll post up on some of these other cards that I picked up last year. But for now, I wanted to focus on these 3. And the first card that I wanted to start with is an oversized card, and it's the 69 MLB photo stamps. And it's got Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Roberto Clemente. Got Don Sutton up there as well. But that's I love this sheet, guys. I mean, those are 3 of some of the best right there on the same sheet. Now, I do have the whole complete set of these, and I display this sheet with Hank Aaron on. It's the one that I display, but I was fortunate enough to get the whole set. And those are pretty doable, pretty affordable as far as getting the whole set. The entire set consists of 18 uncut sheets, which most of the time you're going to find these cut. But I was fortunate to get the whole set, the whole uncut sheet set. There's 18 sheets, a total of 216 player stamps, and there's 12 stamps per sheet. So you've got 9 sheets for the American League and 9 for the National League. And I'm very happy with that sheet. It's a beautiful condition, and it's definitely something that I enjoyed in my collection there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it for a little bit, and I'm going to post up a picture of there picture I took from my catalog. If you guys are wanting to read up on it a little bit, it kind of goes a little bit further, and then we'll come right back to the video. Alrighty guys, I'm back. So hopefully that helped you out a little bit to read up a little bit on those on the 16 MLB photo stamps. And next card I wanted to go over, next pickup that I purchased was this 1966-67 Bazooka Hank Aaron. Beautiful card. Now, if you guys notice on these cards there on the top there on the flip, it's got the 66-67 Bazooka. There's really no way of telling if this is off the 66 or the 67 Bazooka box. If you look at both of them, it's got the same exact picture on there. And that's the reason why they put the 66-67 Bazooka on there. Unless you own the complete Bazooka box, that's the only way that you guys can tell the difference on whether if that photo is coming from the 66 or the 67 box. And also what I want to do is leave you guys with a couple of pictures to follow up with on this. That way you guys can see the difference on the two panels. Alright guys, so hopefully that was informative. Hopefully that helps you guys out. And that's the way, really the only way you can tell the difference of that Hank that's coming from the 66 or the 67 box. Gosh, I would love, I actually did get a, I can't remember if it was the 66 or the 67 complete Bazooka box that I did submit in for, sent it to PSA for grading. So hopefully I get that back in about a month or so. We'll see what kind of grade it gets. Very scarce. I think on the pop there was only about 6. So really any grade in that will work for me. I'm pretty excited to have that. But I would like to, wanted to have the complete box and the Bazooka hand cut from that collection right there. I think that would be pretty awesome to have. And another card that I wanted to share with you guys today was the 1961 Post Serial Hank Aaron, and this is the company. You'll notice on the SGC flips there it'll say company, and on the PSA it says perforated. And as you guys can take a good look at this card here, as you can see, you've got the perforation on the top here on the side, and you got it down here at the bottom. And on this side it doesn't have it. That just depends on the placement on the sheet of the way the card was. Beautiful card. You also have the 61 Post Serial cards, and those cards were found on the back of the Post Serial boxes, and these were mail-ins. These would come on a whole complete sheet. I believe there was I want to say 10 cards, I think, to a sheet. That was another really nice card. I was really happy to pick this up. I'll eventually on down the line try to get the 61 Post Serial hand cut. And I'll also leave you guys a couple of, or a picture to look at that. You guys can read up a little bit more on the 61 Post Serial companies. Alrighty guys, hopefully that helped out. Again, that's kind of my main focus this year. I'm trying to get back to going after the Hank Aaron cards. I've got quite a bit of his base run. I'm still lacking quite a few, and but I'm picking them up, you know, a card at a time. And I was able to share these 3 with you guys. I'll try to get another 2 or 3 out on the next video and kind of go through some of the cards that I was able to pick up last year that are, like I said, non-mainstream cards. And then later on we'll go over some of the more basic base Topps run cards. But a little bit at a time, guys. Of course, these Hank Aaron cards, you know, when it comes to, you know, Aaron, Mays, Clemente, you know, Mantle, of course, those cards are not cheap. So for me, it really is a card at a time. And I always find myself getting sidetracked with these cards. I'm always, you know, I'll start saving money up and I'll see something that I like. And if I can afford it, I end up jumping on it, you know what I mean? And then I have to build that savings back up again to keep going on these Hank Aaron. So I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. We've all been there. But I did want to share these 3 cards with you guys that I was able to pick up and be able to go over a little bit of the information on these cards. And like I said, as I get more, I'll keep sharing them with you all. And you guys have a great day. Stay blessed and keep collecting, guys. Have fun. See you guys.